All right, we are good to go.
All right, awesome. So we're just going to give it about a minute or two, guys, just to let a few more people come on. I know probably a majority of people are watching the replays. We've been getting some amazing feedback, which has been awesome. And we're now up to over 70 people have registered for this series. And yeah, which has been amazing because the feedback that we've got and the amount of registrations and the amount of interest has really inspired us to keep giving more value like this and keep really stepping up and delivering more content. So keep the feedback coming. If you've got any ideas for future videos that you would like us to talk about, different topics, things like that, that would be amazing. And yeah, if you have missed day one or day two and you just jumping on this call, then yeah, you can, obviously you've registered, you can receive the replay links for day one and two. And then within a couple of hours, we'll send out the replay for day 3 as well.
Powerful, brother. And yes, thank you to everyone that is tuned in to this series, whether it's been one video or all 3 videos. We are just very grateful for you. And again, like what you put into this is what you're going to get out of it. So really sit with the information, apply it, and utilize the tools and the resources that are being given to you for free.
Totally. And welcome to Tanya again. Tanya's been on every video live, which has been awesome. So thank you, Tanya, for fully showing up. And yeah, looking forward to diving into the Become program, which officially starts on Monday, which should be awesome.
Woo!
Awesome. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. You went swimming this morning? Awesome. Good work, Tanya. So yeah, this is the very beginning, brand new health journey, and great to see you taking action straight away, which is great to see. 20 laps, wow, that's awesome.
Nice.
All right, let's get stuck into it. You're up first, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. So today we are diving into spirit, and ultimately the way I perceive this is the divine essence that is within us. I believe that we are spiritual beings having a human experience in this physical vessel. And so we're going to be covering just some very potent modalities and perspectives that you can apply into your life to connect you more with your own essence. And so the first topic we're going to be diving into is meditation. And meditation obviously has been around for thousands of years. It is a highly revered tool that is ultimately going to support you to come into the present moment. A lot of times I feel with a really fast-paced lifestyle, we can get kind of caught up in the past or the future in our mind, and this kind of pulls us away from our center. And at our center is where our essence lies. And so with meditation, there really isn't like a right or a wrong way to do it. There are thousands of methods, which can confuse a lot of people. And a lot of times when we're trying to sit and meditate or pick up a certain style of meditation, we often can kind of overthink it and be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be thinking, or am I breathing correctly? Or is this the right way to do this? So what's really powerful is you just have to stay connected to the breath. That is all. Because the breath is the gateway to the present moment. And the present moment is all there really is. So as you you could be painting, you could be sitting down like cross-legged, like a traditional style. You could do moving styles like Tai Chi. As long as you are observing the inhale flowing in your nose and back out your mouth, or however you're breathing, that's all there really is to it. And if you notice your mind begins to wander, you simply pull it back into the present moment without judgment and allow yourself to stay centered and grounded. And what's really beautiful about this is it opens up a very powerful channel for you to connect with your own essence. And a lot of times we can receive creative ideas and inspiration, and what I like to call downloads is literally just like what I was just saying, inspiration or a creative idea to apply into your life.
Amazing, brother. Yeah, meditation for me is something that I've just started doing consistently, every single morning, probably for the last 6 months or so. Prior to that, it was like I'd do it for a week or two, and then I'd have a break for a week or two, and then it'd be quite inconsistent. So I've found massive power the last 6 months doing it consistently every single day without fail. It's like a real habit now. It's a routine where I do at least 30 minutes every morning as soon as I wake up. And it really grounds me and sets me up for the rest of the day. And also, in terms of meditations, you can do one, there's a whole range of different meditations you can do, but one's focused just on your breath, or there's a huge amount of guided meditations that you can also do on YouTube as well. So if you just do a search for guided meditation, and you can find a huge variety with different music in the background, binaural beats, different frequencies of music as well. And just play around with those and see what really feels good for you and see what resonates. And another one that I've tried, which is really powerful as well, is called Yoga Nidra meditation, where basically it guides you through a process where you're focusing on different parts of your body. So it gives you something to do with your mind. So you'll be focusing on your toes, and then your left knee, and then your left hip, and then it guides you through all parts of your body. And by doing that, it shifts your awareness to the present moment rather than being in a constant state of thought. So that's something you could search for in YouTube as well. Cool. All right. So I'll go straight into the next topic, which is journaling, which journaling is really powerful for a number of reasons. Journaling can be a great way to tap more into your heart and the intuitive side of yourself. So journaling is basically just, you can buy a little diary or a notebook, and basically it's just writing freely whatever is on your mind in that present moment, and just writing freely. And you'll find when you get in the habit of writing that you actually start accessing different parts of yourself, and you might get little hidden messages initially, or you might be writing something and you get an insight into an area of your life that is maybe currently challenging you, or maybe a little bit blocked, or you're not sure where to go. It actually helps you to tap into a higher self of you, which Kevin's going to talk about later, but you'll actually start getting into another form of deeper understanding, because when we peel all the layers back, all the stories that we've created and the ego and this monkey mind that tends to run our lives, when we peel all of that back, we all have the answers within ourselves. We all have the answers within our hearts. And this is a powerful tool by journaling and writing down your thoughts on a daily basis to get access to that inner wisdom. And this combined with the meditation where you're quieting your mind and all the other practices and tools that we've shared over the last couple of days, this is another great way to move more from the head to the heart. So journaling, it could be, maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes a day. It's a great idea to do it first thing in the morning, maybe after that meditation. And also I find it's great to do it last thing at night as well, before you go to bed. And that way, any thoughts that are going on in your mind, you might be thinking about what you just did that day, what you didn't do, what you need to do for the next day. There's all these thoughts and emotions coming up. And by journaling and getting it all down on paper, that can be a bit of a release. So then get a restful night's sleep. The other little aspect that I'll just add on the end is a different aspect of journaling, which is release writing, where you're writing, say if you're really feeling a lot of emotions such as anger, frustration, fear, resentment, whatever it might be, you write down in a different bit of paper separate to your journal. You just write down freely and get all that emotion out on paper. And it's almost like you're just scribbling it down, because it's coming straight out of you from that deep sort of subconscious place where it's just a feeling. So you write it all down and you get all of that emotion out. And then what you do is you grab that bit of paper and you burn it. And what that does, it helps you to release that negative stagnant energy that has been sitting inside your body and that you've had trouble to get out and express. And by doing that, you then transform the energy, you free up more space, and then you've got more creative space to then put your focus and attention on what it is that you want to manifest. So that's another little twist to journaling, which I find is really, really powerful to do on a consistent basis.
Yes, absolutely, brother. Emotional alchemy, as I love to call it, just really transmuting that back into light, back into love, and creating that space for more of your own spirit and divine essence to come through.
Totally.
Now, this is going to bring us into our next topic, which is going to be oracle cards. And this is something that can definitely be a little bit more out there for some of you that are more logically based. But they're often referred to as tarot cards or angel cards as well. And simply what they are is a very powerful reflection of your intuition. So you can literally sit in a meditation, like imagine yourself being surrounded by light, and then reflect on an area in your life that you desire guidance around. This could be your home life. This could be your relationships, your career, your finances, anything really. And you start to tune in and you can ask, like, maybe what are the strengths of my home, or what is the area of growth that I have in my career right now. And you can shuffle the cards and you pull a card, and what is so magical about them is they are always 100% spot on, because again, they are a reflection of your own intuition, your own spirit, essentially. And so they're, again, just a very potent tool to utilize in combination with journaling. Like, as you get a card and you sit with a card, you can literally tune into the frequency, the messages behind the card, and journal out what's coming through. Or again, combining it with meditation, and ultimately just using it as a daily spiritual practice is what I highly recommend. Because like, first thing in the morning, if you have, like, if you've watched our other calls, we've talked about getting our bare feet on the earth, getting hydrated, getting sunlight, and then you come in and you journal a little bit and you meditate and you pull an oracle card, you're going to have like just a powerful foundation for the rest of your day. And it's going to give you guidance that's relevant to your day or the situation that you're pulling a card for.
Amazing. I love it. And Oracle cards, something that's fairly new to me. I actually brought my first pack about a week ago based on a recommendation from yourself, Kevin. And yeah, like, I was amazed. The first card that I pulled, actually, I'll go back one step. Basically, I was doing, the prior week, I was doing a lot of work on like inner child work, it's called. So really healing past trauma from when I was younger. When I was 4, my brother died, and there was probably a lot of suppressed emotions still there that was sort of unresolved, and sort of really went deep in this guided meditation back to when I was 4, and I had this amazing release and reconnection with that inner child, that part of me, and really felt the presence of my brother even stronger than I have in the past. And then literally a week after doing that, I got my first set of cards, and the very first card that I pulled said loved one in heaven. And it was talking about how there's a loved one who is passed over, that is closer now than ever before. And even when I talk about this in this very moment, like, I've got full body goosebumps. I feel his presence right here. And I just thought it was amazing. That was the very first card that I pulled after having that really amazing experience, of doing that inner child work just a few days earlier. So yeah, guys, grab some cards. We can recommend some if you want to reach out to us, and and just start playing with them. My wife Sarah has been using them over the last week as well, and every single card she's pulled has like been massive insights, massive realizations. So if you keep an open mind about it, and just really trust that you're getting the right message, they can be really powerful to add as another tool as part of your overall personal development toolkit, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I just want to add a little bit of my personal experience onto the end of that. But yeah, they're really powerful. Moving to the next topic we're going to cover is the tribe. Now, this is something that I rate it right up there in terms of everything that we've been sharing with you over the last few days. Like, having a tribe around you, or a sense of community, is so important for your growth, especially if you find in your life at the moment you've got some challenging times with the family around you, your current friends, you haven't got someone really like-minded that you can share with. Maybe they're a little bit judgmental about the journey you're on. You haven't got someone to bounce with or to really boost you up and encourage you on this journey. Having that tribe around you of like-minded people who are all committed to really showing up, doing the work, really improving themselves on every level, having people around you like that will really accelerate and fast track your results when you're really diving in and you want to create a better life for yourself. So that's where communities like we're involved with, like the Limitless Love and Leadership group on Facebook. If you're not a member of that already, we highly recommend jumping in that. It was created by Jared Grantham and Abigail Bremner, two incredibly beautiful, inspiring human beings. And yeah, there's over, I think, 2,100 people in there now, all built within the last 12 months. And every single person in there is there to fully support you to show up and achieve the highest version of yourself. This is a type of group that you go into it, you can say anything that's on your heart and there'll be zero judgment. All you'll receive is full love, kindness, compassion, and support to help you to feel comfortable to go through your breakdown process and to say what's on your heart and to release that emotion. And then on the other side of that is the breakthrough, where everyone is there to pick yourself up and and really support you and guide you on your journey. So if you don't have a tribe around you now, join that Limitless Love and Leadership group. Become part of our tribe that's growing on a daily basis. And even another thing you can do as well in your local area, there's a website called meetups.com. And on that Meetups website, you can type in some keywords like personal development or law of attraction or whatever really aligns with you and resonates with you. And then you can find all of these events that are in your local area. So you can actually go to these events, meet like-minded people who are interested in the same topics. And that way you start to build your local connection base as well as doing your online one via the Limitless Love and Leadership group. So yeah, so get out there and start connecting with people.
Absolutely. And I will have to say that tribe is what brought Brad and I together. I mean, we are completely on different sides of the world. And if it wasn't for the Limitless Love and Leadership community and the Become program, we wouldn't have been able to connect. So it's a very magical space. And something I'd like to add to that real quick is it's something a lot of us have probably heard before is you are who you surround yourself with. Yes. So if you surround yourself with 4 millionaires, chances are you're going to be the fifth. If you surround yourself with 4 other emotional eaters, chances are you're going to be the fifth. So it's very important to just bring awareness around your environment, and if it's supporting you towards your goals, if the people around you are supporting you, or if it's weighing you down. And what's really powerful about what we're introducing here, especially connecting to spirit, is you essentially attract what you are as well. So the more connected and in tune and in alignment you are with yourself, the more that's going to be reflected to you in the universe around you.
Love it. Thanks for adding that. Yeah, it's super powerful, guys. So yeah, make that a high priority from this point forwards. And I've got some of my best friends now, like Kevin, and people all over the world are in different countries, and we chat daily on Messenger and send voice notes, and we're always there for each other. People in the UK and US, in New Zealand, all over the place, all over Australia, and all of these people have been attracted and generated using mainly Facebook or Instagram. So yeah, if you feel there's not much around your local area, just get out there and start joining groups and connecting with people and really make an effort to build those relationships.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, and going into our next topic, we're going to be talking about our higher self. Now, the higher self, this is a concept that I really actually wasn't familiar with until about a year ago when I did some one-on-one mentoring. And I was taken in a guided meditation in which I connected with my higher self. And out of nowhere, there's this massive being that is just standing before me, and that is literally downloading energy and information directly into my soul. And it was one of the most liberating and profound experiences I've ever had. And so since then, I've done a little bit more exploration around connecting with a higher self. And from my experiences, I perceive our higher self as the divine aspect of who we are in this physical form. Another just kind of perspective that a lot of people like to, I guess, believe, or that they share, is essentially that before we came into this lifetime, we had what's called a soul contract. And so we are up here in this higher, pure, divine form, and we wanted to come down here to this physical reality for all the learning experiences, all the growth, to experience emotions and all the sensations and the food and the sex and everything. And so what kind of tends to happen is our higher self has this overview of our life from the time we're born to the time where we die. And as we're kind of navigating through life, a lot of times we can kind of hit walls and just have just these different experiences that are really intense. And a lot of times we don't know what to do. We feel like we're alone. We don't know where to turn. And through a lot of these practices, especially meditation and breath work, you actually open up your channel to connect with your higher self. And you can actually, again, channel and receive information that is relevant to your pathway, or tune into why something isn't I guess moving forward the way you want it to, or what these feelings and sensations that you have are. And it's just a very potent aspect to apply in your day-to-day life. And there is actually a book called Being Your Higher Self that I highly recommend. At the moment, the author is slipping my mind, so that is something we can incorporate on the email that we send out for these videos. But yeah, aside from that, Brad, do you have anything to add around being your higher self?
No, you covered it really well. But one thing I will add is a lot of the tools that we're sort of sharing over the last few days will really help you to tap into your higher self, because I know prior to the last couple of years, I found it quite challenging to really connect with that higher part of myself. And the way that I've been able to do it and to get more downloads and get more intuitive feelings and really strengthen that part of myself is by doing the daily practices. So doing the meditation, doing the journaling, connecting with nature, grounding myself, quietening my mind so that I drop more from my head where I'm doing and busy and always thinking. And that was my blueprint for so many years. And when I started to drop more into my heart, into feeling and trusting and being guided by that inner voice, then my connection to my higher self has been strengthened so much to the point where I don't need to think too much about what I'm going to say on a live like this. I just trust that the right information is going to come through me. When I used to do, we used to do a lot of webinars, live webinars for my business marketing for gyms, and I used to have so many notes and so many, it all scripted out and nearly word for word of what I was going to say, and it was very much from a headspace. Whereas now it's more, I've got 3 points on my notes here: journaling, tribe, and my next topic, play. And that's all I've got, just 3 words, because I know and I trust that I'm going to be connecting to that higher part of myself, which is going to know exactly what to say in this present moment. So it's about building up those, it's almost like going to gym in a way, building up those muscles of meditation, of grounding, of connection, of really trusting our hearts. And then that opens the channel and opens the gateway to access higher levels of consciousness. And it does take a period of time, but it's using those tools and those exercises consistently, forming habits, creating new neural connections and pathways, and then literally opening up the floodgates to access higher realms of consciousness. It's pretty amazing.
Very profound.
Yeah. So that flows into the final topic, which is one of my favorites. And we put this as the last topic for a reason. The topic is play. Now, what I feel, especially as we get older, I feel a big part of our society is conditioning us to conform and fit into a box. And I'll give an example. You look at young kids when they're 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5 years of age, probably before they start going to school. I look at my daughter as a great example. She's just turned 4, little Jasmine. She's just like a ball of energy. Like, she's constantly moving, she's flowing, she loves dancing, she's always running around, she's laughing, she loves going to the park, she loves riding a bike. She's constantly playing and she's always in a state of joy. Like, it just radiates from her. And she has taught me so much about how to remember what it was like to be a kid again. And my strong belief is that we're not meant to grow up and become all serious as we become adults. You know, we go to school, we're taught to sit still, you know, don't move around too much, sit still, learn what I'm telling you to learn. If you don't like the topic, that's too bad. You're going to learn it anyway. And then you've got to learn all these facts and figures and then regurgitate it when you do your exam. And it's all very structured. And there are a lot of positive aspects to school, but the part that I don't like about it is it can be very constrictive, and it can be very squashing to our free spirit and the part of ourselves that just wants to flow and create, and we're drawn to things that we're passionate about based on our values and based on our life purpose. So when we're conformed and conditioned to be learning a certain way or learning certain topics because that's on the curriculum, I don't believe that is very beneficial to really tap into our true power. So one of the things we can do as adults is, obviously we've got our work and we've got all these things that we've got to do, but it's so important to balance that out with embracing that childlike nature when we're just free flowing and we tap into things that bring joy to our lives. Like, even for me, just going to the park with the kids and swinging on the swing, it takes me instantly back to when I was a kid again and brings a huge smile to my face. or climbing up the cargo nets, or going rock climbing, or riding my bike and, just riding along the streets with the kids, or things like that. Getting outdoors in nature and just running around. Or we often go to the shopping center and we just run around like crazy people, and people just look at us thinking, what are they doing? But it's just like really tapping into that inner child, that spirit, because when we start living from a place of more play and more adventure and more fun, then we tap into our creativity. It really is the gateway. It opens that gateway to our higher self, to our creativity, where everything is flowing. Everything is just like a river moves down a stream. It's just free flowing, and we're in a state of joy. And that is what life is meant to be about. It's not meant to be so serious all the time, where we're always so busy, and we never tap in to that real creative, free-flowing part of ourselves. So my encouragement for everyone watching this video is write down a list of all of the things that you loved doing as a child. What was it that really lit you up as a child? And then start to incorporate more of those things into your day-to-day life, and just watch how that creates a shift in you energetically and pulls you in a direction that will be more about free flowing and play, creativity, and ultimately creating the life that you desire.
Powerful download, brother. And one thing I'd like to add is play is ultimately an amplifier of the state of energy or the frequency that you're embodying. So we are very energetic beings, and the thoughts and the emotions and the states of being that we embody are literally sending signals out to the world around us, and the world around us responds as such. So bringing an element of play into every moment if possible. I mean, just looking for ways, if you have to stand in line at the grocery store, how can you make it playful and fun, and bring an element of curiosity and childlike wonder to the experience? And this is overall going to, again, boost our vibration and enable us to attract more just abundance, more beautiful circumstances, and as Brad so beautifully mentioned, heighten our creativity.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that concludes what we're covering today in the call. We're actually going to be offering a beautiful guided meditation here. So for those of you that are on, be sure that you stick around. If you're watching the replay, also stick around. This is going to be very heart-centered, and also I have felt called to hold space for you to connect with your higher self in this process. So there's definitely a lot of magic that can unfold here. You can really just embody a sense of openness.
Amazing. Let's do it. Looking forward to this.
Absolutely. Cool. So just finding a comfortable seat. Make sure you have your spine upright, and you can have your shoulders rolled back and your chest is lifted. This aligns your energetic channels so you're more open to receive and connect. And simply closing down your eyes, begin to bring your awareness into your body. And just scanning the body, noticing how you feel in this moment. Maybe even noticing if there are any areas that are tight. And if there are any areas that are tight or just have some sensations, we're going to breathe into them at this time. So bringing your awareness to that area and bringing pure intentions of love and light. Breathe into the space, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling all that energy out. One more time, breathing into the same space. Pure intentions, love and light. And exhaling fully. Begin to connect with your heartbeat. And for a moment, just bring an element of gratitude for your heart, for sustaining you and pumping oxygen and blood throughout your body. And for your spiritual heart that enables you to give and receive love unconditionally. It allows you to feel so beautifully and so deeply. And allow this element of gratitude to ripple out into every cell of your being. Continue to stay connected with the breath, and just as any other sensations or thoughts arise, merely observe them and release them, fully embracing this present moment. Bringing your awareness down to your feet, I'd like you, in your mind's eye, to visualize that you have beautiful roots that are beginning to extend from your feet down into the floor, beneath the room that you may be sitting in, and down deep into the heart of the earth. And at the heart of the earth, witness a magnificent crystal, a crystal that you can wrap your roots around, fully grounding you into the heart of the earth. From this crystal, a beautiful, sacred, fiery energy begins to travel up your roots. And with each inhale, the energy begins to climb higher and higher until it reaches your toes. Begin to see the sacred fiery energy washing over your feet, bringing it up your shins and your calves, your thighs, your buttocks, your pelvis. See the fiery energy washing over your abdomen and lower back, moving up the chest, down the shoulders to the elbows, the wrists, and the fingers. See this fiery energy washing over your upper back, the back of your neck, the back of your skull, all the way to the top of your head. And then witness this beautiful fiery energy wash through every strand of hair, down your forehead to your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your chin, and finally over the front of your throat. This fiery energy from our Great Mother is clearing, cleansing, and purifying your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies at this time. And just take a deep breath in and exhale, allowing this fire to wash away anything that is no longer serving you. And know that you are pure, clear, clean, and purified. Now bringing your awareness to the crown of your head, the very top, begin to witness a magnificent light descending down from the stars above. See this light reaching your crown and activating the center. This light represents your capacity to connect with the divine. And as you are grounded deeply in the earth, know that you are held, that you are safe, and that you are unconditionally loved. You are now ready to meet your higher self. Thank your higher self for drawing close at this time. And just allow yourself to stay connected with your breath as a beautiful ball of light descends down along this stream of light to your crown. This beautiful ball of light begins to wash over you, begins to swirl around you and protect you. And from this space, simply witness. You may have a feeling that your higher self is with you at this time, Or if you are more clairvoyant, you may even perceive your higher self. There is no right or wrong experience. Just allow yourself to be open. And in this space, begin to reflect on an aspect of your life that you desire guidance around. And as you are connected directly with your higher self, allow the wisdom, the information from this divine, pure aspect of you to stream through. Know that your higher self is with you in every moment. And by simply creating the space and the openness to connect, you have the ability to receive all that you need along your pathway. You are never alone. You are always supported. You are always guided. You are always held, and you are always loved to the deepest level. Because that is your truth. And at this time, if there's anything else you feel called to share with your higher self, feel free to do so. And give thanks to your higher self for connecting directly with you at this time. And give thanks to yourself for being here and being open and willing to expand your consciousness and your spirituality. And now, begin to bring your awareness back into your body, into the room in which you are currently sitting or lying down. Allow your higher self to ascend. Feel your feet on the ground. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And allow your breathing to deepen. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. And whenever you are ready, you can begin to open your eyes. And feel free to take a gentle stretch overhead. Coming back into your body. And whether you're here live or on the replay, I highly encourage you to have a journal nearby to record your experience.
Oh, thank you, brother. That was powerful, really powerful.
You're welcome, brother. Lisa, Tanya, I'm curious to know what you experienced. Feel free to drop it down in the comments below. Goosebumps downloads.
Awesome, Tanya. So good. And guys, we'll be sending out an email with a link to this audio, so you'll be able to redo that meditation again, which, yeah, super powerful. You're definitely on the right path, Tanya. You're doing amazing. Keep going. Keep diving in.
Beautiful.
All right. I'm just coming back into my body right now.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah. We're so grateful for everyone that's joined us over the last 3 days, both live and majority on the replay as well. To get more than 70 registrations, it's just been amazing, and to get feedback and the comments and the questions has been incredible. And at the conclusion of this, we would like to give an offer to everyone once again, just to help you on your journeys. We're offering free 30-minute activation calls with either myself or Kevin, and you'll have the ability to really, first of all, ask us questions that you may have had or may have come up over the last 3 days, because obviously it's been, we've had a lot of content to deliver. It's been hard to get to all the questions, and we've been getting a lot of emails, and we really want to create a space where you get to connect with us one-to-one and to really tell us what's present for you, maybe what questions came up during the 3 topics, and to give us feedback as well. And more importantly, to really dive into what are the next steps for you. Because obviously you can, when it comes to personal development, there's a number of stages. Stage 1 is learning about new information and taking that in and really sitting with it and learning a lot of tools and strategies. And we have covered a lot over the last 3 days. There's a lot of information here. The next stage, which is the most important stage, is really diving in and taking action and really starting to implement what we're teaching into your day-to-day life. And I remember, I think it was back on day 1, Emmanuel said, is it like the law of attraction or the secret? I think he said something like that. Well, what we're sharing does align with that, but I think a key aspect of the secret that was really missing was the importance of taking aligned action. So you can put your thoughts and your intention out there and really start focusing on what you want. And that's a really important step. But the next step is really implementing and taking action that align with those thoughts and those feelings. And then the last step in the process is the results. So thoughts, feelings, actions, results, and they're all equally important. So during the call, we can really help you to dive in and feel into what are the next action steps for you to really start creating the life that you want. So in the email that we send out, we're going to have a link where you can simply book a call with myself or Kevin, and then we'll organize that, whether it's via Skype or Facebook or Zoom. We can organize that really easily anywhere in the world. And then, we can speak to you and help you on the next steps in your journey. And Kevin, do you have anything else to add to that?
Yeah, absolutely. So additionally with these calls, like if there's an area that you feel you could use a little support in your life, like this is also a good opportunity for that as well. Brad and I are very passionate about this whole personal development, spiritual expansion realm, which is why we put this whole process together in the first place. And so we'd be more than happy to support you in multiple areas of your life. And additionally, if you're like interested in oracle card readings or maybe a guided breathwork session or even a custom guided meditation, this is something else we can offer in this space for you.
Amazing. And also just to finish off, guys, I know this one's been a little bit longer than the others, but Kevin and I met each other probably, it would have been last year, probably 12 months ago. I'm not sure exactly when it was, but it was during an 8-week online program called Become. And it's run by Jared Grantham, who did that amazing activation in the day 1 that you would have all experienced, which we've had amazing feedback on that. And also his partner, Abigail Bremner. And as I said earlier, these 2 of the most amazing, inspiring human beings ever. And we connected as part of this 8-week program. And a lot of what we've shared over the last 3 days, bits and pieces of that have come from that 8-week program. And what we've shared over the last 3 days has been just a glimpse of what we learned over that 8-week period. And we really dived in and really started to integrate a lot of these principles that we're learning. And I know Lisa and Tanya, who are with us at the moment, are both part of the Become Round 3, which Kevin and myself are both, we're both head coaches, sport coaches, starts on Monday. And yeah, if you feel like you've got a lot of value out of these 3 days, then seriously, guys, the Become program is the next logical step, because it is literally life transforming in so many ways. And one of the most amazing parts of that program is the community and the tribe that is developed over that 8-week period. You'll build relationships with these people, and they'll get to know you closer than probably your partner or your closest family and friends. We literally dive that deep, and right into health and money stories and mother and father wounds and relationships. There's so many topics, and we dive at a really deep level, including activations and hypnosis sessions where you really start to reprogram your subconscious mind, which we talked about on day one. So you're starting to rewire your brain and make new connections to then start creating the life that you desire. So yeah, it's super exciting. And obviously during these activation calls, we can dive in deeper with that with you as well. And yeah, that's available for everyone who is really ready to take that next step.
Yes, absolutely. And again, like everything we've covered in the past 3 days, like if you were enjoying the content and the sensations and just everything, the whole process, Become is like this on steroids, like a thousand times more intense. And it literally just allows you to smash through any limiting beliefs that like maybe standing between you and the reality that you are like visualizing for yourself. And additionally, like from my experience, it's super heightened my creative energies, really allowed me to be directly connected with my intuition on a regular basis, almost without even a lot of the tools that we use. So I'm continually taking aligned action towards my goals and my visions. And I mean, we could sit here and honestly talk about it for hours. It is phenomenal. But if you would like to learn more about that, feel free to sign up on the activation calls. And again, we are more than happy to support you. Thank you so much for joining us in this process. This has seriously like filled both of our hearts up.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a closing message, guys, if you feel like you have received value out of the last 3 days, all that we ask, we're obviously not charging for this information, this content. We want to keep providing it free of charge. One thing that we do ask, if you have received value and you've got some really amazing insights out of this, please pay it forward. Please share the registration link with your friends. We're going to keep this as an ongoing process. People can opt in and register at any time, and then the emails will be sent day 1, day 2, day 3 with the replay links, so that we can really start getting this information out to a lot more people and spreading the work. So that's what it's all about. And we're really passionate about making a difference on this planet, and it all starts with ourselves. Like that quote says, be the change you want to see in the world. Start working on yourself, start changing yourself from the inside, and then the outside will then start manifesting, and you'll create a brand new reality for yourself. So I just wanted to leave with that. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to Tanya and Lisa and Mariko and everyone who's joined us live. It's been amazing having you on, and to everyone who watches the replay as well, thank you so much. It's been an amazing 3 days for us.
Yeah, thank you guys. And always remember that you are loved. We'll see you guys very soon.
See you guys.